Good afternoon. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Could we please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Are there any public comments on any of the agenda items? Hearing none, we'll move on. Approval of minutes for the March 10th meeting. May I have a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you, Mrs. Clear. May I have a second to that motion?
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor, Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Zimmer?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Minutes approved. Moving on to approval of bills.
I'd like to can I make a comment?
Absolutely.
I did lay up there a revised list of bills. It just added on 2 other bills that had not gotten approved at the last, they're kind of a retroactive approval from last meeting that had been kept off the list.
So reading this, then, we have a total of $20,791.
Correct.
Total to be approved today.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
No questions or comments. I will make a motion to approve the bills.
Thank you. May I have a second to that motion?
Second the motion.
Thank you.
Yes.
All those in favor, Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Zimmer?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Thank you. Moving on to bids and quotations with regard to a concrete pad installation for Scott Park and an ACRA grant. And we have Ashley Esper here, and I will turn it over to Mr. Waldinger to discuss this.
Yes, thank you.
Item.
This item has to do with the grant that we were awarded from the Erie County Gaming Revenue Authority to help and assist the Parks and Recreation Department with the Scott Park Pavilion project. As you mentioned, Ashley Esper is here. She's the Director of Parks and Recreation, so I can throw it over to her for any questions. But going through, Ashley had reached out and gotten quotes. She followed the township's procedures for receiving quotes, which is what we follow as well. She reached out to 4 companies seeking quotes to replace the concrete pad as well as install ADA accessible sidewalks for the pavilion. The 4 people that she reached out to were Zeola Construction with a bid of $19,285. NAS Concrete, also with a bid of $19,285. Perry Excavating and Construction with a bid of $23,760. And lastly, Maya Brothers with a bid of $28,290. So on the recommendation of Ms. Esper, we would recommend awarding the contract to Zeola for the amount of $19,285. Just as a note for the board, the authority has received the $20,000 in grant funds from ECRA. Ms. Page has it in our accounts now, so we would use that to pay for this, this contract. And Ms. Esper, I don't know if you'd like to add any additional comments?
No, so we were happy to go. These are all local companies that we reached out to for these quotes. The concrete is really the catalyst of this project, so we are happy to get quotes for that. Just a note on the project, I think that I'd like to share with the board here, so for your information. The quotes did come in much higher than we anticipated, and then we kind of budgeted in the scope of our project. So we are looking at altering the scope of our project just due to funding that's allotted for it. So we have had some conversations with the grant administrator at ECRA to discuss that, and we'll probably be reducing the scope of our project somewhat to still be able to replace the pad, and we are now going to refurbish and reseal the current pavilion in there, but we will not be able to do a full replacement with the funds that we have allotted for this. So I just wanted to let the board know that as we're moving forward. But truly the concrete was the largest piece and a large safety hazard out there. And we're working with Fisk, a contractor, to try to do some renovation work out there to remove all the graffiti, to replace any rotted boards within the current picnic pavilion structure, and to reseal and restain the whole picnic pavilion as well. So it will be a beautiful refresh when it is finished, but we, unfortunately, our money didn't go as far as we hoped it would with this grant award. So we're just going to do as much as we can with what we have.
That's great. Sounds like it will be very nice when it's finished, and it
Yes.
was in need of some work.
Yes,
So that's great. Thank you. Anything, any other comments, any other?
None for me other than, recommending Zeola
Sure.
as the contractor.
Sure.
Great.
Want to make a motion?
Yes, I will make a
Please.
motion to approve Zeola to do the concrete work at Scott Park.
Thank you. Do I hear a second to that motion?
Yes, I second the motion.
Thank you. All those in favor? Mrs. Claire?
Yes.
Aye.
Mr. Zimmerman?
Yes.
Okay. And I vote yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much. It's an
Thank
exciting
you.
project.
I'm sure we're going to be doing some kind, oh, sorry, Madam Chairwoman, may I have the floor for a moment? Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm sure we will do some kind of an event maybe afterward to celebrate the renovations being done and the EGRA and make sure we get some, get them, because that grant is really, I mean, we budgeted for the grant, so I'm glad that we got the grant. It was great. Thank you so much. And the township is not eligible for grants usually through EGRA because we are what is it called, community? We are
We were a member of the settlement when ECRA was
settlement
originally
community.
formed.
And so the fact that we have EGRA, or I'm sorry, the authority to apply for this grant funding was very important. Without the authority, we would not have gotten this grant.
Right, we very much appreciate the authority's support on this and be able to bridge the gap that we had with funding and to
Yeah.
get these funds that were out there and we were encouraged to go for. So thank you so much for doing that for us and for helping bridge that funding gap that we had. And absolutely, we'll have kind of a grand reopening of Scott Park and when we have
Exciting.
that completed, yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Claire. Okay, moving on to communications. Any treasurer communications, Mrs. Page?
I do not have anything further.
Okay, thank you. Executive Director, Mr. Waldinger.
Yes, thank you. Couple things just to report. I did have a conversation with Chuck Peters from Altair. Chuck has been working with the Millcreek Momentum Group as they go through their due diligence period. He didn't have much more to report than that, other than helping them and assisting them, answering any questions that they may have. We believe that process is going well. According to the agreement, April 27th is the end of the due diligence period, so we're looking for a successful completion of that, and then moving on to the next phase, which is the 18-month approvals period. Also, I would be remiss if I didn't recognize Cheryl Williams, who has been the secretary for the authority ever since it was formed. We really have appreciated all of her hard work that she does on behalf of the authority, which is completely in addition to her roles and her work for the township. Cheryl will be retiring soon, and we are very much going to miss her. Today at the supervisors board meeting, they did hire someone to try and fill Cheryl's shoes. I'm sure she'll do as best as she can. Her name is Megan Moore, and she's here with us today too. So hopefully you will have a chance to meet Megan before you're done. But we just want to really thank you, Cheryl, and hopefully you'll be with us for one more meeting in May. Everybody will be here, but thanks again for everything.
And I would just add on behalf of the board, thank you so much for all your time, your energy, and your great work. We will miss you.
That completes my report.
Okay. Moving on, Attorney Shaw, solicitor report?
Nothing on my end.
Okay. And executive session?
Yeah, the
Mr.
board
Waldinger?
did not hold any executive sessions in the last month since the last meeting.
Okay. At this point, any citizens to be heard? Mr. Dennis?
Get your nameplate.
Dennis McAndrew. Just to clarify, that grant, wasn't that a matching grant? So I know you were talking about the concrete. So the other expense, because everything's going up, is the refurbishing of the pavilion, to make clear.
Yes.
But there might be some people out there may not realize that. So this overall project's going to be close to 40-some thousand.
It will be, yes.
Exactly.
So,
I know that. I just wanted others to
yeah,
realize.
demolition of existing, demolition of existing, the existing concrete pad, some landscaping work that needs to happen around there as well. Demolition of there's a sidewalk that leads to the shelter that's being replaced, and so all that demo is part of a match expense, as well as then the kind of refurbishment and renovation of the current pavilion.
Right. So it's not just pouring new concrete, it's removal of the old concrete, preparing the concrete.
Correct.
And then also refurbishing of the pavilion and whatever else that may entail.
Correct.
To hopefully extend its life for a little bit longer before you can budget maybe or get another grant.
Right, so we're looking, at complete graffiti removal. We're removing all of any nails, staples, anything that's been added on there. Power washing it multiple times. We're resealing it. We're removing any rotted boards, which there aren't many. It is in relatively good shape based off of the experts that we talked to on it. So just removing any questionable boards, and there's some fascia that we're also replacing around it as well. So all of that is going towards the match of the grant.
Which will all add up very quickly.
Yes, it does. We've
the
learned.
labor.
Yes, yeah. Mhm.
Right. No, I mean, some people hear certain things and then accuse you guys, or not you guys, people in general, of swindling or maybe being funny with numbers, and they lose sight of the overall picture of things that are stated, and then people assume and jump to conclusions incorrectly. And so I am aware that the cost is going to be, but I think some people may not.
Yeah,
I'm actually disappointed someone wasn't here to question the budget of spending of money earlier today, but I'm not naming names because I don't think that's proper. So, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you. Any further citizens to be heard? If not, may I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All
Thank
right.
you. All those in favor, Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Zimmer?
Yes.
And I say yes. Meeting adjourned. Thank you very much.